pretty good training today. We did more DLR passing. This time we started off from a knee pick, not an ankle pick, from sanding to get into the sort of headquarters position. The ankle pick, we started off sanding and have a lapel and a elbow or wrist grip, and then you're going to pull your opponent back and stay low. So you want to kind of hang on your opponent's collar, drag them low so that their weight is on their front foot, at which point you the hand that's on the wrist goes and scoops the heel, while that same side knee goes down. So it could be either same side or cross the cross foot. Then you pull the heel and you come up. So you're standing, opponent's there, and then I think we were sort of forcing it into DLR. I could probably tell Tim to do a takedown and then go into, and then he wanted to keep on doing DLR. So I think he probably just picked a takedown that was close to it, close where the result would be close to like a DLR. So anyway, so for DLR passing, we continued on the DLR passing with when you're unable to break the grip on your lapel. So this time we did first option being the smash pass. So the key here is on the same side as their lapel grip. You want to grab their lapel and you want to lock your elbow in. So you are pinning their arm to that side. At which point you do the knee to toe smash pass sort of sequence. Another variation we did was when you're smashing, if you can't get their knees stacked on top of each other, there's a gap between them. Well, actually, so after you smash it, then if you're unable to double pummel, then you can bring the near side knee through their legs. So ordinarily you would apply pressure to both their knees on top of each other. They're stacked. Then you would pummel your inside foot and then pummel your outside foot, and bring your outside elbow on top of those knees. Outside elbow or inside elbow? One of your elbows on top of the knees, and then bring back pass to their backside. So in this case, you have smashed their knees, but as you're starting to pummel, they manage to open their knees up. At that point, you want to bring your inside knee across in between their legs, and that pins their bottom leg. Then you can pummel their top leg with your outside leg, and then pass them there. Second variation is if when you start the side smash, if they keep their legs open, and you can't smash their knee down, then you pull up with the grip that has the lapel, and you underhook the other side, and then you roll forward. Not really roll. You post your the grip that had the lapel to the side, put your forehead on the mat, and so you're sort of tripoding, and then you knee cut through. and then you can use your outside leg to free your inside leg if necessary. So those are the two moves we learned today. Yeah, I don't think we did a knee cut with this, but we did do the smash rest, but there were little variations. So now from when they break the grip, we have the rodeo, we have the smash, we have the split, and then we added the knee cut. So 4 options. We'll do the rodeo and the split. Okay, yeah, 4 options for that. There was one guy that was like completely fucking useless. Like he didn't do anything that Tim said, and then when he was playing bottom, he was like just floppy, and it was like, I don't know, terrible. Never realized how important it is to have someone who's actually functional, providing resistance, because it was kind of useless rolling with him. And then even when I was the uke, whatever it's called, the opponent, he like didn't do anything right, and it was actually really, I don't know, it was just weird. So I was just kind of playing more defense, like intentionally just screwing him up. So if they're doing the right sequence, I will give resistance, but then let them do it. So if they're not doing the right sequence, I'll be more disruptive, I guess, and not allow them to do anything. So it's sort of like that. Then we went some extra rolls in Royce's class. That went pretty well. There's this girl that's like a little lighter than me, but she's like much better technically than me. So I like rolling with her because I'm not getting squished, but also nothing really works against her because she just gets out of anything I try to do. So that was pretty fun. I tried the scarf, and then you switch hips that we worked on yesterday in Fabio, and then you do the grab the knee and then go to mount. So when I did it, she's like, "Why are you giving your back to me?" And then I told her what I was trying to do, and then she just let me do the move, which wasn't great either. But it is kind of weird. I figured that transition out of it better. And then I was private with Tim, and we covered side control escape. So bridging, I was bridging completely wrong. I think I said I tried this yesterday, and it wasn't working that well. So what I was doing was completely wrong. So instead of bridging straight up, I need to move my legs out and then bridge sort of diagonally, and that actually helps my knee get in earlier. So he showed me what to do when that bridge works, what to do if the bridge doesn't work. So there's this, one of them was like this double underhook position where you get your knee in, but you can't really get your arms through, so you can't get one arm all the way and grab an underhook. So what you do is you get both arms like sort of halfway through. So I was having trouble with that because you get both your arms and then you're supposed to sort of chuck them and then come out from under him. But I couldn't move them because I'm like sort of T-Rex arming, right? I'm moving only from the elbow, so I'm sort of doing like a curl with my hands. Yeah, so he was saying if that's the case, then the opponent is using his body. If my opponent is using his body to deny me that move, that opens something else. So at that point, I should be able to regard to butterfly. So we tried that a few times, and in the training it worked out that way, right? So if I wasn't able to do the double underhook, then the butterfly hook was there, and otherwise I was able to do the double underhook. Yeah, so we need to try that in live training. Let's see. Yeah, so so I need to try that out. And then we were talking about, I also asked him how to know when, or how to defend a pass. Like, where's the transition for where you're trying to stop someone from passing you and getting into a good defensive position? And the answer was like a lot faster than I was expecting. So he was saying that as soon as, well, he's not really saying this, but it's like a lot of nuances, but if I was to simplify everything, once you are framing with your arms straight, it's kind of too late. That's like a last ditch effort at that point in time. So you need to recognize before that happens. So I've always been like, I can, if I just keep framing, I can sort of catch up to the opponent and then regard or something like that. But then what happens is they just keep on going around, and then I'm completely flattened out, and I'm in a really bad position. So he is saying, like, don't even bother going to like this really stretched out frame. You want to stay inside, and then bring your legs in. It's kind of complicated to explain, but so two things. One is that he likes funneling everything through butterfly guard. So from the side control escapes and from this regarding concept, it's all creating enough space to bring both your legs inside and go to a butterfly. And then the other thing is that, like, I've been thinking of it as like conceding, right? Like, I'm conceding the guard pass, so I need to like resist conceding as long as possible. But I think that's like the wrong sort of mindset to have. It's like, it's more is like I need to control the inside, right? And he can do whatever he wants to do. It doesn't matter to me as long as I'm controlling the inside. But then also, if I'm controlling the inside, it's also really hard for him to pass me. So, but if I concentrate on the not allowing him to pass me concept, then that kind of messes me up. It's sort of like the uncertainty thing that I'm going to write about. So instead of chasing the outside frame, I need to just like forget about that, retreat to the inside, and then use that position to regard.